Welcome back. This is Marsha. Thank you for joining me here today on my channel. So I told you we're going to crochet onto cardstock and we're going to add beads in the crochet work as we go. So to get started, you're going to need a heart shape because this is our beaded heart series, and this is just another technique that I'm showing you how to do. So if you have a stencil, you can just use the stencil. So that's what I did here for mine. And then I went ahead and traced it, and then I'm going to cut it out, and we're going to do the whole process. So just watch the process, and then you can do it yourself. And if you are enjoying my channel, you're getting inspired by my videos, then please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so that you get notifications every time I make a new video, and you won't miss out on any of the fun that we have here on my channel. And every time I hit a 100 subscriber increment, I do a giveaway. So we just reached 500 subscribers. Yay! Thank you so much to everyone. And I wanted to give shout outs to some of my viewers, Ellen and Christina, Annette, Linda, Raphael. Thank you so much for regularly being here on my channel and commenting, liking, sharing. It really helps so much. I appreciate it very, very much. So if you want me to give a shout out to you, then just please leave a comment so that I know that you were here. Alright, so there's the first part of the process. So easy, quick to do. Just took me a few seconds to do that. Alright, now what I'm going to do, because this is going to be a little bit trickier when we're working with paper. And so I have my cutting mat, so you need to get something to protect your surface. I'm going to use my cutting mat. And then normally what I would do is I just eye it when I'm going to, do this by hand. So the first thing we need to do is mark all the way around the edges of the heart, and you're going to space it out. I would say probably maybe like, I don't know, ½ an inch. Let's get the little ruler out so that we know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so let's see here. Maybe it's maybe a ½ inch. Let's come here. Okay, so I'm putting it on the inch. So here's an inch. So right here from the point. So it'd be, I'm going to go up from here. So ½ inch here, and I'm going to come in just a little bit. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. So I think this would be the easiest way to go about this, so that we know that we're getting our stitches pretty even. And so now we're just going to do this all the way around the edge, and as soon as I get that done, I'll be right back and we'll start the blanket stitch. Alright, so there, that first process is done. So now I've gone ½ inch spacing all the way around, and now we're just going to take a sharp piercing tool, and I just happen to have this one here. I don't know what brand it is, so I'm just going to hold it up. I don't know. Let me see if I can do it on my mat. Maybe even like on a book page. Let me see if I can just do it holding here. I don't want to pierce my finger. Yeah, it's a little bit, okay, yeah, it's a little bit, you really need to have some, but the reason why I want the hole, okay, so you can see the size of the hole, is I want to do this ahead of time because it's going to make my life a whole lot easier to put the needle through this. But if I'm going to try to pierce it with the needle, it's not going to be fun. And you might, damage your cardstock in the process. And you want to be far enough away from the edge with your holes. Don't get right up close because you don't want it to tear. So that can happen also. So you need to be a good ½ inch in away from the edge of the cardstock. So this is going to take time as well. So I'll be right back. Alright, so now I have all of the holes punched all the way around, and you can see they're evenly spaced. So that's going to give it a really nice uniform look. So now we're going to do the blanket stitch. I already have 2 pieces of embroidery floss put on. And so when you pierce the hole from the front, it makes the cardstock, push out. So you have to kind of look as you're going along. So you come in from the back, And then before your loop closes, go in from the front, grab that loop, and pull, and there's your blanket stitch. It's very easy to do. So you come in from the back with your needle, pull it through until the loop is just about to close, come in from the front, and then close it up. And the embroidery floss tends to get a little bunched up. Okay. Isn't that really cute? Look at that. So now each of the little stitches is going to be our opening to come in with our crochet hook and yarn to put our cute little trim on this. And then this can be used in any way that you want to use it in. So I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, and I mean I could come back in still and decorate the front of that cardstock any way that I want. So it's not going to impede, which more than likely I'll probably come in here with, you know, maybe some collaging with paper, you know. So once I get all this decorative border on, and then I can see what I've got to work with. But you can glue right on top of the blanket stitches. You're not going to harm the design in any way. But I just wanted to do this to show you how quick and easy it is, how quick and easy to do the blanket stitch, the fun and easy way. And so again, thank you so much for taking the time out. And now I'm asking for more help from my community here. And if you would please share the videos. So YouTube search is always changing. They call it the algorithm. And it's the same way with your Google search, and no matter what platform you're on. And it's becoming harder and harder to be found and seen in search. So my views are really dropping drastically, and I don't know why. And so I'm just really surprised. But I know when Annette shared my video for the giveaway, that really boosted up the views, and she posted and shared one of the beaded heart videos, and that really boosted and brought in a lot of viewers and subscribers. So it really does take a community, because I mean I'm only one person and I can only do so much, and every day I share my videos on all the social media platforms, and I have a blog, and I'm posting and doing a blog post, and I put the video there. And so it used to be that brought in, you know, not even, you know, a good amount of viewers, but I mean I'm not even reaching, you know, like the last video was only I think 7 or 8 views, and I said that's just something's not right, you know. So I did a lot of research, and it says, you know, just ask your followers, your subscribers to help out, because this is what's happening now. And so unfortunately, YouTube winds up showing the big channels videos, and the little channels are getting lost in the shuffle. So the only way that we can counteract that is to ask you for help and share the video. And like I said, just with, you know, and then I know Christina, she shares, and Linda shares on her Twitter. I see her sharing the videos. And so, but when you ask your followers, and that's what Annette does, she asks her followers to please help out this friend and come and subscribe, you know, watch the video. So when you're sharing it, you have to take that extra step and say, please come watch, help out a friend, and then they will come and do that. So, you know, but again, it just takes a minute. And so, I mean, but you would really, really, really be helping me. I would really appreciate it greatly. So let me see, I think I just got a snag here. Okay, let me see if I can fix this. All right, which way is it going? First of all, I have to see, okay, so bring the needle back through here. All right, I got a little knot right there. So, you know, these little things, and these are the kind of snags that you will encounter as well. It's not just me. So you have to know, how do you unsnag them? So I like to, you know, I don't hide any of the boo-boos because it's like I kept saying, everybody gets these. I thought I had gotten it out, but it's not wanting to. A little teeny tiny knot right there. That's the last thing I need, is to have this thing right at this point. Let me see if I can pull it this way and get it out. Okay, I think I did it. All right, well, it's got a little bit of a hiccup right there, a little bit of a catch, but that's okay because it's right here. So when I come along with the crochet, then it should be all right. So let's just continue this along. All right, so I will finish this up now. You've seen how to do it, so easy. In from the back, catch the little loop before you close it, going back through from the front, and then you get a perfect blanket stitch all the way around. All right, so let me finish this up, and then we'll start with the crochet. All right, so this is what it looks like now. So all finished off, and I did a double crochet stitch all the way around. I did some single crochets in between, and then majority was the double crochet. And then now it was, I must admit, in comparison, doing it with the fabric was much easier because the fabric is flexible and gives, but the blanket stitch right up against the cardstock, it was a challenge. And I wound up having to use a really small hook. This one is a size D or a 3. So you see how small that is. And I mean, I had to really struggle pulling up the thread with my fingernail to push this through. So, I mean, you really need to be an experienced and patient and knowing crocheting. So this is definitely for intermediate to advanced crocheter. The blanket stitch, you could just do that. That's for a beginner. That would be easy to do, and it does add a really cute decorative element onto your paper, your cardstock. And you could use a crochet yarn, just use a smaller skein size. Don't use this larger size. And then, you know, the smaller hook, what I started off with, probably would be an okay. This is an F or a 5, but probably I would stick to maybe this one here, the 3 or the D size. So just if for the beginners. And then, but now, okay, so adding the beads is really a fun element, and it's easy to do. So you can add beads just coming back into the same stitching that you did with your blanket stitch, using any size. I don't have any clue as to what size these beads are, so I don't know the bead size, and of course I know they go by, what do they go by? Millimeter? I don't think it's centimeter, I think it's millimeter. I'm not a metric gal, obviously, you can tell that. So, but the smaller, using a needle that has the smaller head like I show you here that I use is perfect. It can go through the seed bead, so I've already put the larger bead here in the center as a focal point. Now I'm just going to go all the way around the border edge here of the crochet with my needle and thread. That's the easiest way to go about this. And it is a little bit of, if you're an advanced or intermediate crocheter, then I would say go ahead and use your crochet hook, and as you were stitching this together, you could add the beads as you went along. But I know by watching other channels and other ladies that are, you know, experienced crocheters, they said it had to be, I think it was a 6mm size bead. That's the hole, not the size like this, but the whole opening, in order to get it to you know, turn out nice and look nice. So I'm just going to show you how quick and easy it is, just like I did with the others of this whole Beaded Heart series. So just go ahead and pick up your seed beads. I was using 4 or 5, you know, in whatever color combination you're going with, and then slide them down. And then you just go through the yarn. It's really easy to do. Come back up through the yarn. And you go with your next batch all the way around. So I'm doing them in groups of 4 or 5. And so I'll do 4 of these little, like, iridescent, and then I'll do 5 of the white, and then 4 and 5 all the way around. So I'll finish that up. And then I'm thinking what I'm going to do, just for fun and an extra element, I'm going to come in through all of these holes as well, and not this large size here, because I just wanted that to be the focal. So I'll go down, so to be a size between the seed bead and this, and I had some that are kind of like a grain of rice, but I don't know, I'm thinking that's not really, I don't want to go in that shape if I can stay with, goodness, with the round, these are yellow, I don't want that, but anyway, something along this size here, I think, is what would look really cute with that. But I just have to find them in the white. So I got to go through all the beads that we have and see what size I can find. So now you've seen how to do that, and I hope you've really enjoyed it. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere, because I'm going to finish up all of this, and I will let you see me doing it, but I'll speed it up, kind of like what I did in yesterday's video. And so I won't be talking during that. So I'll just go all the way around here, finished up with the seed beads. Then I'll come back and go all the way around here and finish it up with the other size bead that I can find. And then I will tell you what we will be doing in the next video as something really fun, and it's going to be so adorable. And I'm going to start doing a whole series. Sprinkled in, because, you know, I make videos multiple times a week. I'm not just a 1-week video person, because I don't work secularly. I'm here all day long. And so in between eating and a few little chores around the house, you know, that I do, I love making my videos, and I love coming into my craft room and teaching you and showing you, and it helps me stay creative and just, you know, keeps those little gray cells going. You know, that's so important these days, you know, so this is my way of keeping my brain active, and warding off, you know, memory loss and all those kind of things. So I'm doing the weekly altered paperclip challenge, and I showed you with the Beaded Heart challenge, you can pick up these little photo albums inexpensively. I don't know if they have them at the dollar store. I think we got these at Michael's years ago. And so every challenge, every week that I'm doing something. So this was the Beaded Heart. And so I keep every one of these in my album. And then we had the other series that we were doing, the altered, this one turned out so pretty, isn't that pretty? The altered recipe cards. Remember when we did this? Okay, this is my altered paperclip album. So this is the one we first did. So this was one that I've already done with scrapbooking, and I had my pictures put in here from a trip we did to Biltmore, North Carolina. The Biltmore House. What's that? That's not, what's the name of the town? I can't remember the name of the town. What is that? Somebody help me out here. Okay, who's been there? What is the name of that town? Oh, good grief. I don't even know. I'll have to get out my other photo album. That would be a fun thing. Let's do a walk through Marsha's photo album, her trips, and show you. So this was the last trip we took when I got the Lyme disease. I got bit by the deer tick in Georgia. I didn't get the deer tick in North Carolina. I got it in the campground in Helen, Georgia. Nothing against that place. I love it still to this day. Okay, so this was Raven Cliff Falls. This is where we went to see I love waterfalls and hiking. So this was a picture of me standing right there. And then, so this album, I got this out, and I said, oh, well, you know what, I'm going to use it, and it's okay that it has the pictures in there. And so you could do the same thing. Make it a cute little scrapbook album, and then put your little completed projects in there, and then as you're going through, you'll say, oh, yeah, look at that. And you'll have a little walk down memory lane. So this is my daughter. She was 13 in that picture. This was in North Carolina. Asheville. Thank you, Brain. I knew. See, it came to me. Asheville, North Carolina, where the Biltmore house is. And this is our friend. This is my husband and me. So my daughter must have been the one taking the picture. And I love my little hat. Oh, then there's my husband and my daughter, because I could not make it all the way up to the falls. And I don't know if that's where I picked up the tick, because I sat down on a log waiting for them. And anyway, so the rest is history. So, but this was the little album that I did, that I used for the altered recipe cards. And of course, it was the perfect size, you know, so that's why I ordered it from, I keep saying ordered, it was a freebie from scrapbook.com. And, but those other little albums, we have a whole stash of those. And so now those are going to be the albums that I use. This is my daughter's artwork. And so these are the albums that I use. So I just wanted to show you and give you that idea to put your projects in these albums, because that's a perfect way to store them. And the containers, you know, the lids and all that is like, I find like, but this is much, much easier to do. So, and just wanted to show you this real quick. I think I've showed you this in a video, who knows how many months back. But anyway, so this is my daughter's artwork. So that's the bluebird that the digital paper was made from. That's in the June Embellishments kit. Isn't that cute? So cute. You see the little rosebud in her beak. That was our kitty Bubbles. She was a Siamese. Isn't she pretty? Okay, so that's her fox. Isn't that cute? And her bunny. And what is he? Walrus. The starfish. I just love the starfish. Her butterfly. So the butterfly and the bird are what's in the digital kit. So that's what the butterfly was made from. And this is her morning glory. Her swan. This was an anniversary card she did. And I just copied it and then had it, printed it out on the photo paper. Her horse. Isn't that horse gorgeous? Oh, such talent, such talent. Her little girl. I love this little girl. And her raincoat. Isn't it adorable? I love that. Okay, her tomato and her onion. And there's the onion. So the onion was black and white, and then I colored it in. And it was the same thing with her bluebird and the butterfly. She does everything in the black and white. And then some things she started to do in color, because I asked her to do them in color. That was her tomato. This is her. So this is her this is her way of putting a little bit of color. But she loves the black and white. Whatever she loves to do is her decision, not mine. I love this little wildflower and her alligator. And then this, over this way, a hand with a mountain. Isn't that cool? And then ice cream cones. And this one I love. So it's a mason jar with an ocean wave in it. So this is just a little sprinkling of her artwork. But as I was showing you the album, and then I didn't realize what was in there. So you got to have that little preview with me. So, anywho, so let me do that, and I will get these seed beads on here, and then we'll get the other little beads wrapped around there. But anyway, just to give you the idea, so this is going to be where this heart is going to go in here, so that will be the next one in the series. So this is heart number 7. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that was a heart there, 7, 8. So actually this is the 8th one, but it's the 7th video, even though I made 2 hearts, but so anywho, but that's the way it's going to be. So all right, so I will be right back. I'm going to collect all these beads here that I'm going to use. I'll finish going all around there with you, and like I said, we'll speed through that. There you are. The last of the beautiful beads have been attached, and I used 3 different focal points of bead shapes and colors, and these broken shell pieces. I believe that's what they're called. And aren't those just beautiful? It turned out really, really pretty. So I hope that you enjoyed this technique. I hope you learned something from it. And if you know how to crochet, then now I hope you'll give this a try. And if you don't know how to crochet, I hope that you will learn so that you can make beautiful embellishments like this one. So thank you for being here with me today. And next video, we're going to be making a beautiful heart out of fabric. And so you don't want to miss that. And I'm going to teach you how to do it with yo-yos. Those Suffolk puff flowers. Suffolk? Is it Suffolk? The English term is Suffolk puff flowers. The American is yo-yo flowers. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do. And we did put a yo-yo here. And we put a yo-yo on this one. But now we're going to make an entire heart out of the yo-yos. So stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss it. Okay. So if you really enjoyed this video and I'm inspiring you, then please hit that subscribe button. Please comment, like, and share. Sharing and inviting your friends is really going to help me to be found in the search now. So I hope you will join me again for the next video and invite your friends to come along and be inspired as well. And if you are following along in the Altered Paperclip Challenge, then be sure to use the hashtag MOS Altered Paperclips so that then I can type it in and find your posts on social media and your videos. So thank you for Linda Coker, who is already made her first paperclip in the week number 1, and it turned out adorable. So if you'll find her channel link in my description below. Go check out her video and see what she did with the supplies that were to be used in the challenge. So, and also if you're a newsletter subscriber, I sent you the PDF file. If you're in our Facebook group, Junk Journal Junction, then you get the PDF file to have the supplies list ahead of time so you can collect up the supplies and already get them all mapped out and know what you want to do. So I hope you will take part. It's really, really fun. It's just a creative way, and it helps us to use up our supplies and just be more creative and have things on hand, embellishments and gifts and all kinds of goodies ready for a project or a Happy Mail gift or any kind of a friendship gift, just because gift. And they're just wonderful decorative paper clips, bookmarks that, can be used for so many different things. So anyway, I will see you in the next video. Keep creating in the sunshine. Bye-bye.